Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Sandbox Saturday stream. I am Kamisazi, aka Alex Flores. Come to you solo today. Lucas had something come up, so we wish him well. Hope he has a good weekend. And it's just going to be you and me today. So, how about that? I guess. Does this have music? Ah, this does have music. Little jaunty tune here. Let's get rid of this wizard radio for now. So today we're exploring the metaverse. We're just gonna wander around, see what we find. I did put a shout out in the Wiziverse Discord asking for game recommendations if anybody's got them, and there might be one other that we'll check out in a little bit here that was recommended, so we might check that out too. But I haven't had a chance to play, I don't think, any of these New York City Game Jam, or City Jam, New York City Jam games. There we go. That's the right order. So I think we're gonna try some of these out. Welcome, the BitFox, ADJ, play game for fun, not Jackie Chan over on YouTube. Welcome, everybody. Hope you're having a good Saturday. And let's see here. Let's just double check that I'm not missing any news. I think we talked about everything on Wednesday. Let's just see what the Sandbox main page has to say about stuff. We got the Lord Krishna collection getting ready to, or it's already minting, I believe. Mint date. Allow list mint date was June 3rd. Reveal date's the 10th. So you've just got a couple days before those start revealing. Link for that is in the chat. What else we got going on here? We've got the Playboy event still going on until June 21st. You can find that on the Sandbox.game main webpage. Make sure you claim your super duper cute sloths. Actually, you know, I need to do that. I'm gonna wear those today. I need to make sure that I claim that. Accidentally just minimized everything. There we go. Oh no! This is Abrasive Truth. Hey, Abrasive Truth. Yeah. That's a problem when you got multiple screens and you're trying to drag. I just did it again. It didn't even get that close to the edge of the screen. And it tries to maximize it, and everything on the other screen is like, I'm gonna minimize now. I tried telling my younger daughter the word maximize yesterday because she was having some issues with the computer that she was on. She's 7. And she was like, press that full screen button. And I was like, you can also call it maximize. She's like, no, it's full screen. I'm like, okay. Fine. Hey, Jazz Wolf, how's it going? All right, so we're going to claim this sloth here. It's super duper cute. We can wear it over our shoulder, or we can add to a tree branch. Let me open this up. Get my claims. And we won't be able to wear it this round, but we'll wear it next. What else is going on here in the sandbox? We've got, let's see, Lord Krishna, Playboy, Sloths. The Quick Loop Game Jam is still going on until, when's that close? June 17th, I believe, is the deadline. June 17th is at 4 p.m. UTC is the submission deadline. There's no pre-registration for this one, so you could get started right now if you wanted to. Prize of 10,000 sand to the first place winner. That's I don't know the current price of sand, but that's like, it's over $2,000. Like about $2,500. 1x1 land, gold catalyst pack, a bunch of other prizes for the other positions. And there's a bunch of information on the event details there. I sent it to Twitch and I didn't send it to YouTube because I'm a jerk. There we go. Not Jackie Chan says, that's crazy. I just talked to this guy at a yard sale about the maximized series. Like right before you said maximized. Oh, anyway, it's kind of funny. I have not... Is that related to the Max, like the cartoon The Max? Because I've never read the comics. I did watch the show, which was a trip, I think, way ahead of its time. I feel like the animation is so peak 90s like early 90s animation. But the series itself was just, people weren't ready for something like the Max back then when that came out. I feel with stuff like Invincible and other cartoons like that that are out now, people like it would be much more popular than it was back then. But I do need to read the comics. Love the art style so much. So that is the Game Loop Game Jam. Let's see what else we got. There's one other game jam going on, but I think pre-registration is closed on it. The Singapore City Builder Jam did have a pre-registration, I believe. Oh, you know, I think I got it backwards. I think the Quick Loop Game Jam had the pre-registration. Did I get it backwards? Ah, okay. Yes, I did get it backwards. The Quick Loop Game Jam does have a registration date. You need to register before June 11th. So if you want to get started, you got a couple days left. I'm excited to play the games from this jam because I think they're gonna be a little crunchy, a lot of little zesty, fun bits. All right, we gotta claim our other sloth here, then we can start running around with them on our shoulder. Okay, and the Singapore City Jam does not have a registration. It is just open until June 18th. So 11 more days left to submit to that. Just a reminder, the city jams don't require a lot of game logic. You don't have to put in quests. It's really about building out a space to explore, featuring, real life buildings, locations. Could be modern, could be historical, could be in the future. Really highlighting what is cool about that place. You have 2 Max action figures. Yeah, I've never looked into action figures for Max. Actually, I've never really had action figures. I had one GI Joe that was a present from somebody that was very quickly broken by a friend when I was like, I must have been like 9 years old. He like tried to make him do a split, and it like cracked his pelvis in two, and his legs fell off. And I was not happy about that. I never really had action figures. I always had Legos. Bionicles are like action figure Legos. I had a bunch of those. What I have now, I have 2 action figures now, which are the red and blue versions of Kanti from Fulikuli. Those are super duper cool. They're like hefty. They're really nice. They have a place of honor on my shelf. I have a little Fulikuli shrine. All right. So let's start exploring New York City. Oh, look at us. I like the design on this. I like the hat. The hat is maybe a little bit over modeled, but it still looks really good. I like our buckles, our belts. We got a musket, and would it be a rapier? A little skinny sword, a little pokey stick. These are very slow stairs. Okay. So we've got like a Revolutionary War era New Amsterdam. Maybe pre-Revolutionary War? I'm not sure. This is by, who is this by? Vichikuma. Based on the metal helmet and like metal chest piece, I would say this is probably pre-Revolutionary War. I think there was a point when they realized that like the armor was not working against bullets as much. You have a Speed Racer Hot Wheel. Oh, yeah, but I don't consider that an action figure. Thank you very much for that. Not Jackie Chan. Also, that sits on that same shelf with all the Fulikuli stuff. It's not an action figure though. That's a car. I have a bunch of cars. Well, okay, maybe not a bunch of cars. I have a bunch of Lego cars. Again, it all comes back to Lego. Lego is really what I collect. Oh, Dutch Soldat on patrol. Wow, Vrend. Vrend. What a beautiful rapier. How did you get it? Oh, this is like heavy, would it be German accents? Or Dutch, right? Be Dutch? What do the Dutch speak? The Dutch speak German, right? West Germanic language. But they also speak French and German. Okay. Dutch is its own language. How similar is it to German, though? Dutch and German are extremely similar for sheer reasons of proximity and stemming from the same language family, Germanic. Okay. Because the things I'm seeing in here, I would guess German, but knowing where Amsterdam is, and this being New Amsterdam. I was like, wait a minute. And it was the Dutch who settled New York. Or New Amsterdam at this time. So this would be what? 1500s? Right? We speak Dutch. I believe Nobel's an expert here. What kind of map is this? So this is from the New York City Jam. So I don't know. What do I want to say? Isn't it a beauty? I took it off a Spansruter at Hulst. I don't know what that means. Bedankt? Is that like thank you? I took it off an English Zeman. Okay, that would be English something at Douglas. I don't know. I don't. There's no quest in this, so I'm not sure. Like, it's not like I can like lose or anything. They say he lost in a wager over a barrel of brandy. Now that sounds like him. And how did it end up with you? I just happened to be the Zeman who won. What's a Zeman? What's up, the Bitfox? What do you mean here? Apparently we told a joke. All right, let's see what else we can explore. I think it's an interesting use of the doors here to like kind of shove them into a wall. So they're nice and narrow. Like, it's clear that you're not supposed to use them because they're too small for you to walk through, but they're pretty close to real sized. It's just an interesting, I've not seen somebody do that before. It's a good use of the blocks that we already have. Not the blocks, but the assets. Here's the door, full size. Did I just... It looked like I picked something up. Oh, you hear that? I like that sound design. It's pretty effective. Zeman is a sailor. Oh, okay. Like a seaman. A man of the sea. Uh-oh, we got sharks. Can we swim? We can swim. We can swim by the shark. Doesn't bother us. So with these City Jam games, it's really not about making a whole bunch of game logic and, you know, having fights and quests and all that stuff. It's about exploring, getting to a place and a time. Can we get up this? Ah, our defenses are impenetrable. This reminds me of going to those historical villages. I've been to Plymouth Plantation and what's gosh, where my wife and I got engaged. It's not Jamestown. What was gosh, I can't remember the name of it. Georgetown? Maybe? It was way south of us. We had to take a train down. And it's where the governor of the colony lived. I don't remember what his name was. Or I guess it was named after the king at that time. Charlestown? No. I'm not remembering it. All right, I think we've seen everything there is to be seen here. It's a nice little slice of history. We are gonna go find another game, but we do have an ad break coming up, so we'll be not visible on Twitch for like 90 seconds or so. But we can never be quite sure exactly when that break is gonna start. It just is like starting soon, so we'll see what happens. Now I did have a game recommended by somebody. Well, not so much recommended, but he was asking people to test it out, and I said that I was going to try it out. So, if at least one people wants to jump into this game with me, we're gonna give it a try. We're gonna see what happens. He said he's not sure what happens if more than 2 people play it, so we're doing a little testing for him. So that is loading up for me right now. And I'm getting a lot of buzz on my audio. Bear with me just a second while I mute. All right. How's this? That's better. I'm not constantly buzzing in my ears. The intern says try Prolinko. What's Prolinko? Maybe we'll do that one next. Prolinko, we got Lion City Edition. Okay, there's 3 of them, and I don't know which one to click. Lion City Edition, and just regular. I don't know which one. Nanchucky-chan said, I mentioned I had a game I wanted you to try, but maybe next stream. I forgot about Neighborhood Block Sale. Oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes I like start making a list of games to play, and then if we go on to too many different things, I forget where the list is. So never hesitate to remind me, like, oh, you said you were gonna play this game. Oh yeah, I forgot. Regular edition. Okay. All right. We'll run to that one next. So currently I'm the only one here. This is a first-person shooter. Apparently there's ducks all over the place. We can swim. We can equip a gun. It's got little crosshairs going on. If you get too close, they go in the wall. That's okay. Ah, okay. So he said it sounds better. You have to middle click to shoot, and it sounds better if you hold it down. I have some tips for him. So the guy who made this actually made a, I think it's called Voxel Gun. I think it's called Voxel Gun. It was a pretty popular voxel shooter game a while back. And he's really super talented. He's the one who made the whole control experience that we played last time. What was it? Something Bureau. My brain's not working today. The something Bureau. Whatever we played last stream. So he's really, really good at this stuff, but I think there's some tips that I would give for like making this work. So you don't have to use middle click. You can disable melee in a multiplayer game. You could just say that you don't want people to be able to like punch things. And then you can use left click like you would use anything else. And you don't have to worry about it stopping you, because if you left click while running, it stops you while you do the punch, and you don't want that. So changing that up and making the middle click to the left click would be a little more natural for people, I think. And I don't know, it looks like we got a healing pad. Oh, can we shoot these? Oh, we can. Nice. So little secret beans about 0.12. I'm not sure how exactly it's going to work in the context of a shooter, but we're going to be able to aim up and down. It's going to be super cool. Don't tell anybody I said that, though. You heard nothing. Can we... What happens on the toilet? This does give me like a mix of like back rooms and like Quake, not Quake, more like Wolfenstein vibes. Disco Rocket. Oh, we can spawn a different weapon. Whoa. Wait, what was that? Ah. How do you make it work? Oh, we got rules. There we go. E to equip and unequip middle mouse. Hold 1 second to shoot. Press the button. Kill all. Collect frags in the center. Score more than others before the timer's out. Spawn Mr. Frag. Oh. Hello. Where'd my gun go? Take it back up. Thank you. It's just a little target practice. I'm not sure why exactly the audio doesn't play all the way through. There must be something that he's doing with the audio cutoff. If you make it interruptible, then it can like be disabled, I think. But you can make it so it also just plays through. I really want to go back and revisit the engine that I was putting together. And then you collect frags, which I don't know what they look like because there's nobody for me to shoot. Somebody's got to jump in here with me. I swear I'll be nice. I'll only kill you once. Be cool if the mirrors broke. Cursed grenade. Oh, we're still shooting the gun. How do we use these? Oh, you gotta put them down and then they shoot. Got it. That's why the disco ball did its thing. Where was that? Put it down, and then it does something. All right. Well, if nobody else is going to jump into this, we'll move on to something different. Because it's no fun for me to just run around. What is this? What's that? I feel like this is a secret. Based on the last game this guy made, I feel like there's got to be secrets somewhere, and I just don't know what they are. I want to do both a single player and a multiplayer shooter engine because single player would probably work better and have more features, and it would be fun to have like a run and gun Quake and Doom style game. Hey, Dr. Mediverso, how's it going? I still don't know what they look like. Diving boards, but like I don't know what the purpose is here. Is that where we spawned from? That might be our spawn point. Dr. Mediverso, did you try this one out the other day? I feel like you tried this out with him. Was that you? You should run in here with me and we'll see what happens. Yeah, do it. He's loading in now. My victim is arriving. Wait, what? I didn't say that. That there was nothing nefarious there. So, Dr. Mediverso, in case you missed it, once you pick up your gun, it's middle click to shoot, and you kind of want to hold it down so you get the whole sound effect. Otherwise, it kind of sounds a little weird. There's got to be other shootable things in here. Then again, he's still working on this. This is very much a work in progress. $10 seconds. All right. I gotta find a place, a vantage point. Oh, oh! I hear gunshots. Ah! Yeah, you don't want to left click. Did I get you? Or did you just... Oh! Where'd he go? There he is. Ah, he got me. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Get back here. Ah! Aha! So he should have dropped a frag. I don't see it though. Maybe. So I did. Oh. Oh. Oh wait, did you press the button? Where's my gun? Ah! Why did I die? All right, we gotta press the button and start the timer. So it counts deaths and frags. So you can steal other people's frags if you don't pick them up. Oh, there's some scattered around too, it seems. If you don't pick up the frags, somebody else can like steal them from you, basically. So I'm just rapidly pressing. Oh, they spawn in the middle. They don't spawn where you die. They spawn over there. Interesting. So I've got 4 frags, even though... Ah! Ah! Oh, are you trying to get the grenade? Aha. Wait, I don't see you holding a gun, but I hear you shooting it. Did you forget to pick yours up? It's over here. You can still shoot it. Actually, that's... You know what? That's a funny idea. If I just leave the gun somewhere, and then I can just remote shoot it at you. Be like... Bam! Can I still get you? It's a funny idea, but you can't aim it, so... Wait. Where'd it go? I didn't actually pick it up. So yeah, don't worry about the holding down a second, just rapid fire tap. Just be like, bam, 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 bam. You got me once. I'm not entirely sure how. Didn't. Keep clicking. Did you die again? Oh, you pressed the button. Keep clicking. I want to see if it still shoots me. Don't pick it up. Sipping G Fuel under my tree in front of the yard, trying to be neighborly, and otherwise I would join. Oh, that's all right. I'm sure there's going to be lots of updates to this that make it much better. All right. Can I shoot myself? Does not appear to work. Did the timer stuck at 250? Oh, you got me. Or I fell in the lava? I'm not sure if you got me or if I fell in the lava, but did the timer freeze? Or maybe it doesn't end the game. Like I said, still very much a work in progress. But I'm excited for games like this because I like shooters and I like jumping around like an idiot. Thank you, Dr. Mediverso. We've got some feedback to give. The timer HUD is not even on in my game. Oh, okay. Well, we definitely have some feedback for this work in progress game that I'll be able to share. All right. What was the other one? Prolinko. Prolinko by the intern X. What is it? Is it like Pachinko? It is like Pachinko. Godlike 30 balls. Okay, let's try this out. So it says Prolinko is here. It's a fast-paced dynamic puzzle game. Yeah. The music is so whimsical. 2 gameplay is always running simultaneously. Choose your risk profile between low, medium, and hard. Start blowing up chickens. Yes, and combos. Never a dull moment in Prolinko. All right. Your goal is to score as many points as possible within the time limit to level up. On the left bar, you'll see credits, your total lines left. Your total... Where did I read the word lines? My brain just inserted lines in there. There's no word that says lines. Never let your credits go under 0, otherwise you lose. Credits to level up tells you how much credits you need to level up. Every time you level up, you'll get a time extension. Don't let your time run out, otherwise it's game over. 4 and 5 cost per ball and bonus drop percent. Your current setting. If you'd like to tweak it, press 0. Next, you'll get to choose your setting. Low is 2 credits per ball, 12% chance of a bonus drop. Medium is 3 credits per ball, 24 chance of bonus drop. High is 4 credits per ball and 37 chance of bonus drop. 37. The connection between my eyes and my mouth is not happening today. I'm just saying things that aren't there. 36% chance of bonus drop. Pick your setting. Let's go with high, because 4 credits per ball means that we can get at least 12 balls. And there's a more than 1 in 3 chance of a bonus drop. I feel like high makes sense. Because 2 credits per ball is 25 tries. Oh, the music stopped. What happened? It stopped very abruptly. 12% chance of bonus drop. So we would only get 2, maybe, if my math's right. I think high makes sense. Go big or go home. That's right. Press 1 or right mouse button to launch the balls. Press 0 to change settings. Timer starts when you click ready. All right. And there's a premium option. I don't know what the premium option is, but I don't think we have whatever we need for that. All right, one or right mouse button. Can we move? No, just a little bit. What? Bonus. I don't see anything. Oh no, my settings, my video settings are set to low. Hey, now I can see. Okay. But my timer's out. Did I run out of time that fast? Okay, 5's good. Ball spawned. I think maybe we need to restart it because there's no timer. Do they always spawn from the middle? Whoa. Oh, that's what the bonus is. It seems like it's spawning randomly. Timer starts at level 2. Oh, okay. If I spawn a bunch at once, do they have a higher chance of bouncing each other to the sides? Level up! Timer starts now. Make sure to keep track of your timer on the left side bar. If it runs out, game ends. Skeleton warrior has spawned. Be careful, it consumes any balls it touches. Since I can't really know exactly where the ball's gonna spawn from, 3. Whoa. Exploding. Load up. 4. Okay. Wow, there's so many different things. What about the crying cats? Are they just, do they just exist? They're not like a bad thing. The gorilla spawned. No. Okay, it did some damage. Double kill. Oh, sweet. So there's, you can like make the explosion audio like keep happening. I don't know if that causes additional damage. There's so many gorillas. It's a bad day to be Harambe. Triple kill. Godlike. I don't know what that means. I don't know what I did. What are the... Are those cats crying or... What is there water coming out of their butt? I don't understand what that is up there. We gotta level up. Okay, I think we got enough credits that we can just kind of just go nuts now. A boss has spawned. Dynamite explosive for 10 seconds. Any ball within its radius will get destroyed. Okay. We can spawn real fast and keep dropping stuff. They're taking the piss, haha. It should be yellow, shouldn't it? I don't really understand what's going on. I just know I'm getting a lot of points. There's too many things happening on the screen. It's a little zany. Is there a leaderboard for this? I guess it's oh, it's single player, so no leaderboard. I am curious what the highest score is. I'm just trying to get some stuff down to the boss here. Oh, I missed. I don't know what the boss's health is. Oh, I'm down under 1,000. There's too many skeletons running around. I've been blowing up the bombs too early, and it's not clearing the skeletons. That's why I'm losing so many. Insane! Whoa! Ulti unleashed. What is that? I don't know. I don't know what I got. What did I do? If you get a kill streak, you get multipliers. So you're gonna like the next update for balls. I need more explosives. Lower down. Oh, I got the boss. Oh, well, I'm tapping, I don't know, like 3 times a second to spawn balls, so it feels like assisted play would oh, use it in conjunction with clicking. Okay, so I'll go faster basically. I'm mostly just waiting for, like, I'm just making the balls drop as fast as possible and then waiting for explosives to get down to the skeletons, because that's really where I'm losing the most, I think. You gotta just keep on clearing the skeletons out. And I fire all 3 explosives at once. I just have all 3 fingers on 2, 3, 4. What just happened? The colors all changed. I don't know what did that. At what point would this have like an end game? Like, I know the timer keeps going up. Does it get to a point of difficulty where, like, you can't progress any further? Or does it just keep going up, or just keep going on until you run out of energy? Trigger happy? Yeah. Basically. Well, like I said, what I'm really looking for, I have to focus on something, right? So I'm focusing on when explosives get down to the skeleton level. I just set off a bunch of something. Does it say what level I'm at? Level 26. I went up a lot of levels. So I wait till the explosives are like in a range where that they could hit the skeletons. Mob spawn increase. Okay, it does keep getting harder. So for both like the boss and the skeletons, I just am waiting for when the explosives get into a spot that could be good for that, and fire them off then. That's my main, like what I'm trying to do. And then if I happen to hit anything at a higher level, then that's okay. Is there like a max level of like 99? Oh, the added time reduces until you run out. Okay. I was figuring it, like, it can't go on forever. Now, I've never played real pachinko before. Can you see where the balls drop in real pachinko? Or is it also kind of random? There's no max level. It'll just keep going up. Plinko. Yeah, I've heard of Plinko. I think Plinko's based on pachinko, right? Oh, the sky changed again. MSJ. Oh, Metaverse Street Journal. I was like, what? 90s PC pinball vibes. I used to be good at that pinball game. Not good, but okay at it. Like I was figuring out how to do the quests and like level up. I don't think I ever got past like maybe like a third of the levels, because it starts becoming too challenging, like the number of different things you have to hit. But I've tried it more recently, and like I don't understand how to aim the pinballs anymore, like to time them. I don't know if the game got harder, if I got dumber. Oh, I loved Minesweeper. Minesweeper was totally my thing. I'd still go play Minesweeper. Oh, dark mode. Oh, no! Okay. I can still see them. Wait, okay, that didn't last very long. Minesweeper's like, it's a logic puzzle, right? Like, once you understand how to do the things, it's like... I like it more than like a crossword puzzle, because a crossword puzzle, like, you have to know references to things that I just wouldn't know. Like knowing names of actors and specific movies and like things that were in the news, and it's just like you had to know all the specific trivia. I much prefer something that doesn't require like a trivia knowledge. Old Macintosh PC. Dr. Mediverso, did you ever play Dark Castle? I think it was called Dark Castle. That was a game on the Mac 2, I think. that I used to play with a friend. That's why I prefer Sudoku to a crossword puzzle. But yeah, I always liked Minesweeper. Once I understood how to do Minesweeper, I liked it. I used to just click randomly and be like, how do you do this? And then when I learned what the numbers actually mean, I was like, oh, okay. It still took me a long time to clear a hard board, because sometimes you'd get into a situation where you only have like 2 squares left and you don't know which one has the mine on it, and like I couldn't figure out, like it felt like either one of them could be it. Hangman over Sudoku or crossword puzzle. You know, I never really played Hangman that much, and I think it's because it's kind of like a more than one player game, right? Like you can't really play Hangman by yourself, and I was homeschooled. I had to figure out games to play by myself. What's an average like game length on this Intern X? Like, how long do people do this for? I think if there were some quests to like reach certain levels or something, I would be more into it. Like, I mean, this is entertaining, but because there's not like an end goal, I don't know like what I'm aiming for, and having an end goal keeps my interest longer. So if there was a goal to hit level 99 or something, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get that level 99. I think that's why like a lot of idle clicker games, like if you know, a lot of idle clicker games will have what you call it, unlockables that like, okay, after you get a certain number of points, you're gonna get to unlock this thing. And like I know what my next level score is, but that's kind of it. If I knew that that at a certain level I was gonna unlock another weapon, another explosive poultry or something, hit level 99. That's what we're going for right now. I mean, we're about halfway there, not quite. I don't know how long we've been doing this for. Yeah, I'm pretty goal oriented when it comes to gaming. That's why like I achievement hunt. It's like, yeah, beating the game, that's one achievement, but also getting the achievements. That's I'm big into achievements. Now is that okay? We can turn around. Is there a reason to have you be able to move the camera besides like having a multiplayer version with a leaderboard? Because this one's in single player, so it can only be one player. I would think you could do fixed camera. So if you do the fixed camera option, then you'll be able to kind of like lock it in more. I would also maybe put a note at the start of the game for people to like increase their visual settings, because I was really confused at first. The reason I dropped mine was because of the games we were playing yesterday. Is the dark mode supposed to last longer? The word up was in my last comment. What what'd you say? Not Jackie Chan. I missed it. Straight up, you know, Okay. Did you forget straight up was a phrase? Everybody go to oh, gotta go. Come back in like an hour and see if you're still alive, Alex. I'm gonna hit level 99 before an hour. But thank you, Metaverse Street Journal. See you later. So yeah, I would lock in the camera and then oh yeah, so on yesterday's stream, I lowered the quality because the game that we were playing I was getting not so great of a frame rate. And I was seeing if lowering the quality was going to help with that. And part of it is just because I was streaming the game into Discord, which can use a good bit of resources. And also just like how many things, there was a lot of rotation behaviors in that experience. I don't know how they set up all their rotations. Ideally, because they had the kind of those tunnels almost. It was like a barrel with holes on it that you had to run over, sort of. It was that really colorful Fall Guys kind of game. If they set up a rotation behavior on every single one of those individually, then that would probably be very resource heavy. But if you connect them all and just use the one rotation behavior, it's probably more efficient. I haven't really done a performance test on that specifically. They said to hit level 999, not 99. I'm not doing that. No way. That would take way too long. They did. Internet said that you do run out of time, so because the amount of time bonus you get keeps on going down. So at some point we're gonna run out. Stream will be like 12 hours long. Yeah, Panda versus me endurance test. See who lasts longer in this game. Due for a 24-hour stream. Panda's doing a charity stream, but she's going to be building Legos, so we'll see. I was actually thinking of streaming with her because I have one of the sets that she wants to build. And I was going to see if we could like speed run, like race, like who builds it faster. But I'm not really a fast builder either because I like being like really precise and making sure everything is lined up straight and is nice and tight. So she'd probably win. What am I at? Level 70? I feel like I've been keeping the timer right around 5 minutes pretty well. Watching this for more than half an hour, still have no idea what you're doing in this game. So, okay, I can break it down. The little colorful balls that are falling, you want them to fall to the edges of the screen because we got 5 points on the left and the right, 3 points, and then 1 point for the big one in the middle. The cats help bump stuff around into various directions, and then the mobs running across the screen, the skeletons, the wolves, the gorillas, and the boss, the man in black, they delete balls. That's a funny phrase. Then the falling chickens are explosives that I can trigger to clear the enemies. They all spawn kind of randomly. So you can strategize a little bit, but it's still very much RNG. There's also like a lot of balls stuck at the top here. I don't know how to make them like, I need a clear thing to like push them. So mostly what I'm doing is I'm just constantly clicking the spawn button to make more stuff drop, and then I'm watching where the explosives fall to kind of try to time them to clear out mobs. You see there's a lot of skeletons running at the bottom, which means that I'm not going to be getting a lot of points from the bottom until I get rid of those guys. So I just wait till some explosives fall down most of the way, and then detonate and try to clear them out. Leveling up releases the piston gas to push the balls over. Okay. Oop. This very much reminds me of being in a casino and just kind of not knowing what's going on. There's just constant like noise and flashing lights. Not really my scene, but we're at level 82. We're gonna hit level 99, no problem. But if there were some quests, to push me past level 99, I might try. Dark mode's actually lasting a while this time. Usually it doesn't. Numbers still go up. There we go. Got the boss again. Get those gorillas out of there. Yeah, I would say I think just like visually, just me liking things lined up. My ability to rotate the camera is like, so a fixed camera would lock that angle in. The gorillas were knocking the chickens back up. Is there anything beyond godlike? Okay, I see the cats moving to push everything over. Maybe if they like alternated directions, because there are some stuck on the right side of the screen too. God likes the max, then it restarts the streak. Oh, okay. Level 99. Let's go level 100. All right. I did it. I hit my goal. Points go, so it should be in redeem on Sandbox Game side. Sorry, I play a game for fun. I'm not sure. I feel like I missed part of what you were saying. Oh, chat glitching on my site and don't have notifications about redeeming sword and sleeves. The point goes, so it should be what sword and sleeves? Sorry, I'm confused. Yeah, quest is the biggest thing. Locking the camera is the second thing. The guy in black, he like when he goes up, he's like behind the wall. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's because he's a moving platform that's like facing a direction. I'm not sure what the best solution for that would be though, because I think it's rotating him up when you move him up and down. Maybe if he was, it's not like a huge deal. But maybe there's another way to set up that movement so that way he doesn't like go behind the wall. Or you can make him something like a UFO instead of a guy in black, and just don't set him to change the direction he's facing as he moves, so he's always like upright. Maybe something like that. All right. So many explosives. All right. Let's move on to something else. Did somebody suggest another game? I don't remember if there was another suggestion and all that. It's so quiet. Let's see. I haven't tried Cyber Dragon's Number Go Up. We have played Follow the Green. I've never beaten Follow the Green Line because that last bit is like so tough. Your Identity, Your Home. I feel like we played that. Care Rail Co. I know we played. Actually, I don't know if I ever played Care Rail Co. on stream. Lily was talking about this on Discord yesterday. And I really liked this game. I know I played it off stream, I think. Did you try the photo studio? What photo studio? Where's the photo studio? In here? So we're going to see. I think, Lily, you said you ran into some issues with this one. We have an important task. The owner of the Care Rail Company entrusted us with safely delivering the cargo to the final destination. In order to make it happen, we have to build and replace the rails accordingly. Interact with the grid and select the type and rotation from the available options. You can modify the rails before and after the locomotive reaches the destination. Locomotive has to go first. Let me know when you're ready so we can get going. Not yet, hang on. Locomotive has to arrive there. That's to level 2. Yeah, so this game, I believe, came out before we could use the number keys. So I think it would probably do better with being able to use the number keys to like select and like rotate things. Yeah, and I think you don't. the having two options is not um as good, I think. Like here we could, instead of asking yes or no, like just show us the options and have one of the options be no, maybe. Although it, I guess it wouldn't work if you could select 30 things. Um, but yeah, with the new interface features, like there's no heads up display here at all. So like you could definitely have like select type and have like one or two scroll through your different options. Um and have the E to interact, just put it down instead of having this interface. Would be a lot faster. I can't read the full text. Help assemble the railway now that the locomotive is in the right something. So that's an issue too. Like we can't read the text properly. But I think make sure level 2 is complete. It is. You're at the. Do we have to open this? Oh, I didn't attach the. I didn't realize that I was supposed to do that part. Uh-huh. Okay, that doesn't. We're gonna have to turn it from here, I think. There we go. I wasn't like fully reading the instructions. There we go. What happens if you select the wrong piece? The train blows up and you lose your job. I don't know. We'll see. I do love the presentation though. Like the issues with the how like quick it is to interact with things aside. This was for the Care Bears game jam, I'm pretty sure, which was a long time ago at this point. Um, yeah, so they say that it doesn't look right. They're like, oh, no, you goofed up. I think like I don't think it's that like the sandbox isn't the right fit for this game. I think like you could just update it with the newer features and it would be fine. Um, you could totally have an inventory of certain rail pieces that you can use, and then place them down specifically. Like there could be a much more quick and like good way to present this, I think. What? I guess we go the other way. We can't ride the train. This is before the multi-platform though. Like it's impressive that they got the train to follow along the path that way. Like it's only 2 levels. I could have sworn it was longer than 2 levels before. I mean, this is kind of the point of a game jam. You don't have to have a game that's like 15, 30 minutes long. It's okay if you've only got 2 levels. The point is to present that there's something really fun that you can do and be like there's room to expand this. I could have sworn there was more levels before though, but it's been quite a while. Um, did somebody have a suggestion? I thought I saw somebody mention something. Oh, ad break started. Play a game for fun. I do see. Photo District one. Oh, okay. Welcome back, everybody. I think. Did the ad finish? Okay. All right. Welcome back, everybody. So we're launching the Photo District. Lily suggested this one. I've not heard of this one before. Ooh. Oh, there it goes. Maybe? What's happening? It's struggling a little bit. I've not had a game freak out this hard in a while. There we go. Okay. I think it just needed some time to warm up. You know, it was probably downloading all the photos in the NFT gallery. Oof. 30. Okay, it's going up. Let's why are we playing in 4K? That doesn't help. It's still a little rough. There you go. Okay, that's better. Film roll. Oh, oh no, not the paparazzi. Why is he attacking me? Is it because I'm so good looking? The photo guru. It's still pretty rough here. Welcome to the photo district. Your very first quest to the film hunt marks the beginning of your journey towards mastering the art of photography. Embark on an expedition through the photo district and collect each of the 15 film rolls scattered around. I really cannot read today. The objective of this quest is to discover the amazing locations and unique experiences within the district. It's F11, if you want to bring up the profiler. It says it right there, but it's probably hard to see on stream. It's like faint. It's using almost 12 gigabytes of RAM. It's probably all the images, the photos. You maybe even uncover hidden areas. We've also got a lot of NPCs milling about. Large number of NPCs moving can also, because they're like each doing like random directions and collision checking. This looks really cool, but the frame skipping is like hurting my eyes. We might need to move on to something different. What's this? Can I take it? Like, so as far as like performance tips, let me bring up something real quick. I'll show you what we recommend for performance stuff. Not a huge fan of the chat bubbles on the left side of the message windows. Don't feel like they serve much function. Will it be customizable or removable in the future? You're talking about in-game? The chat being to the left side here? There are like options where you can change like their size, their fade delay, gameplay opacity. I don't know if you can see it. I'm probably in the way. There's a little gear right here. So as far as performance stuff goes, this is when we're testing stuff in the console. This is 1 second, let me. This is what our test sheet looks like. And like I go in, I see how long it takes to load something. So you'll see that in here, the loading time summary, typically it takes like 4 to 5 seconds for the game client to launch. That's not a thing that you as a creator can control, really. Um, so typically these numbers look something like this. I've got my this is the desktop I'm streaming on right now. This is my like workhorse computer. This is the low end computer that I have. It still has a Core i7 GTX 1050 Ti, 16 gigabytes of RAM, but it is like these are older things that are on towards the minimum side of what the Sandbox recommends for your computer. And you know, I need to update these numbers because I'm on gigabit fiber now. I need to update what those say. But anyway, and then this is my gaming laptop. So this gaming laptop technically has a newer and faster CPU and GPU. Performance is slightly better on it, but not by a lot than this one, because technology-wise, there hasn't been a huge leap from these to these, but also because this is a desktop, it uses more electricity and like more efficiently than a laptop does. It also keeps cooler than a laptop does. And yeah, it's able to like kind of throw more, even though it's older, it can throw more energy behind the operations that it's doing. 3060 is probably about the same as the 2070 on GPU. Yeah, I mean, there's differences, and like sometimes those numbers, like sometimes there's quirks to specific cards and also even specific manufacturers. Like I don't remember who the manufacturers are for these two GPUs specifically. The VRAM on the laptop, I don't know off the top of my head. It's the laptop's in another room. But VRAM's not usually an issue that I have too much. But RAM is impacted by the game. So you'll notice that I pointed out in this one specifically that this is using 12 gigabytes of RAM, almost 11.4. And actually, if I look at the task manager, it's probably even going to say more than that. It says, oof. So I don't know why that says 11.4 gigabytes of RAM. I'm not actually sure where it gets that number from. According to Task Manager, this experience is using almost 22 gigabytes of RAM for the whole client, which is pretty big. Lags on a 2080 Ti. I'm on a 2070 Super, so I don't know the difference between a Super and a Ti specifically. I think the Ti is better. Will there be 120 FPS support in the future? So it might already be there, and I'm not sure. Something I noticed on the Game Maker on my laptop, I'm working on 60 hertz screens. So these are 4K, but they only go up to 60 hertz. I've noticed that my laptop, which is what is it? It's a 165 hertz screen. I put 60 FPS in here because the game client and Game Maker used to lock at 60 FPS, but I've seen this frame rate counter go well above 60 FPS on the laptop. So I think it might be unlocked now, but it might be only on specific versions. I'm not sure. I haven't really looked into that too much yet. But anyway, you'll notice that for RAM, we say for hardware utilization on RAM, lower is better, typically under 2.5 gigabytes. So you might notice we're a little bit over 2 gigabytes here. I think the particular bottleneck with this experience is the RAM usage. Because you'll notice I'm only using, like OBS is using more of my GPU than the game is. I'm also like not clicked on the game right now, but it's still it's not going to jump up that much if I start running around. Like, okay, it went to 33 down to 12, 14. It depends on what you're looking at, right? Because it's using 3D, and so depends on how many things it has to render on screen. But it's not going that high. My GPU's not going above like 60 overall. And my CPU is down. OBS is using 5%. Chrome is using 2%. Sandbox is using 30%. But that makes sense. It's a game running right now, right? RAM is really where the usage is crazy, and there's some people who only have 16 gigabytes of RAM. So, I've got 128 128 gigabytes of RAM. Where's it? But this game is going well above what most people would use. So it really is an optimization thing. When you're using a lot of NFT images, like a lot of times these NFT images are full resolution from OpenSea. Like, the resolution on this is decently high. But like, let's see how how detailed some of these other ones are. Like, I can see these individual little stars on the screen. You can see all the little wrinkles. So these are like really high resolution photos. And the computer's trying to load all of these into RAM at the same time. You can see every little hair on her head. So it's just you need to be careful like where you're linking. Yeah, basically they're like 4K photos. And when you go to play the game, I could kind of tell that was what was going on because the game took so long to start. It finished loading. It finished loading the game itself because you could see that we were in the game space. It wasn't on the splash screen anymore. But to go back to that timing thing, like it takes about 5 seconds or so for the game client to start up from desktop. Like you're not loaded into anything. You click the icon or you click the play button. This is how long it takes the client on my computers to start up. From the moment the game client opens to the loading screen, typically about 15 seconds. So, that's generally holds true as well. Again, it's not a thing that you as a builder can control. Typically, usually I'll see like a difference of like 1 or 2 seconds between these things. And it's also like, I'm just using the stopwatch on my watch. It's not like I'm not being hyper accurate with it because if it's off by 1 second, it's not a big deal. But I'll usually see this one kind of be in between these two times. This one will be slightly slower. This one will be slightly faster. Sometimes they're exactly the same. But usually they're around that time. Then we see the game loading between 15 and 35 seconds. I think it took longer than that. I don't remember how long it took. I wasn't timing it. But you can see like if I start doing like 55 seconds, like we're over 35. So it starts going, hey, it's taking it's kind of taking a long time to load this. Maybe it's taking a little bit too long. So it'll warn that this is high. And then from the moment the loading screen ended until the experience fully loads, avatar, user interface, etc. included, basically the moment you can start controlling the character. And that's what I noticed when loading this experience. It took a long time for me to get there. So typically this is under 2 seconds. Almost every game, once the splash screen is done, almost immediately dumps me into play. By default, I always put these at 1. You notice when it's 0, it says like untested. I I always set it to 1 because that makes up for like the milliseconds. You know, if I say like this is 5 seconds, it might have been like 5.25 seconds. If this one is 15 seconds, it might have been 15 1/3 of a second. So this just kind of rounds it up by 1 second overall, and accounts for like typically there's a few milliseconds from when the splash screen stops and I'm able to control the character. So this just kind of makes up for that. So we just call it 1 second. It's usually under 2. Sometimes really big experiences that have a lot of logic starting at the very start will hitch for like maybe 1 second. This one, it took like a good like 30 seconds for me to actually start playing the game. And that's what told me that, oh, it's probably downloading a whole bunch of photos for the photography gallery. And you can see like that really is gonna affect your time. RAM being like that's huge. That's the RAM typically. Funny enough, the RAM usage on the laptop is usually higher. It's like the newer and better the computer is, the more like free it is with the RAM. Usually I'll see the RAM be lower on the lowest end machine and higher on the highest end machine, which is kind of funny. And I don't know if that's true across all computers or if it's just the ones that I own, but typically I'll see this one has the lowest RAM usage and then medium and then highest. So it kind of like, it's almost like it inverses the optimization. And then, yeah, we generally say that it caps at 60 FPS. I think 30 is where we're like, that's not so great. 45, we're like, it's kind of acceptable, and 60 is good. You can see the color changing here. I set all that up. Yeah, so 35 is orange. But if it's 30 or under, we're like, that's not good. So yeah, this is what when I test people's experiences for performance, this is what I have set up, and it tries to give a you know, knowing the performance, you don't always know 100% what exactly is affecting it, but the fact that this is using 22 gigabytes of RAM. And I don't know why it says 11 there, but let's see if it still says, yeah, 22 gigabytes of RAM. That's crazy. And it's, I'm 99% sure, because this is single player. I'm 99% sure that's where all of the performance issues are coming from, and it's just because of the photos. Oh, physics objects probably not helping either, but they weren't doing anything before. And it's me. It's me. I made that. Okay. 10 out of 10 experience, because they used my Pranksy artwork. No, I mean, I this is a good looking experience. What I would recommend to them is that they not use all of the, I don't know how they could optimize it and still use all the images. I would say maybe they could link not to the actual NFTs. They could link to low res versions of them, like make an OpenSea collection and mint low res copies. That does run into copyright issues, but we do have plans on better systems for linking images into the Game Maker, so you could potentially like store low res copies of the images, not low res, but like better optimized copies of the images, on like probably like a Google Drive or Dropbox file, and link those into the Game Maker instead. And that way you're not using the full resolution from OpenSea. It would be kind of cool if we had an option to adjust the loading resolution. But then that would put processing on the game maker side also. So I don't know that that would really make anything better. It would probably make loading times longer, meaning that we're caching stuff. That is a cool book asset. That's neat. Will we be able to play YouTube videos? I'm not sure. I honestly don't know. I hope so. I think that would be great. I should be able to help people with uploading videos still. We kind of did like a permissions reset, so that's actually why I haven't updated the SandFam collection yet, just because I didn't have access. I do now, so like I'm gonna get back on that, but I had to like get certain accesses added back on. So if you submitted artwork to the SandFam collection, I'll be getting on that real soon, and we'll be sharing the link on the Wednesday stream again. Oh, the door does not animate. Interesting. But yeah, I would try to do these images a different way. I was considering maybe doing like a proximity thing where they're made invisible if you're far enough away. But you can already see like the NPCs, like all these characters on the ground are disappearing as I'm far enough away. They're still there. I just move the camera away and they disappear, but all the images are still there. And the images, I don't know if they like unload from RAM when you can't see them anymore. Like if they disappeared like the NPCs, would they not take up the RAM? I feel like having to load them in and out of RAM constantly would be even worse almost. So they probably, even if you were to hide their visibility, I don't think that would make a difference. They would still be in RAM because you're not going to keep on re-downloading them to your cache while the experience is live. So I would say the best thing would be to use fewer photographs, lower resolution photographs, and you would just need to do that just because there's just too much in here. What you could do, you might be able to make less permanent galleries and like rotate out. Do like a 1 month rotation, so you have fewer overall photos, and just encourage people to come back and revisit. Do gallery openings every month and make it multiplayer. Get more people in here at once to like check out. Do actual event openings. Run an AMA in the chat in game with a photographer to talk about the different pieces. It would be cooler to be able to do that with voice, but you know, we have the limitations that we have. So you could run it on a Discord call, have a Discord call, have like stream to Discord or Twitch what you're looking at, explore the space with players. This guy looks so badass. Anyway, yeah, I'm not gonna try to get all the film rolls. I know I only need 4 more, but I'm getting a little bit of a headache. Definitely, I think like this is a cool experience, and I would like to revisit it if it was running more smoothly. Oops. Right. Let's see what our RAM does as we do this. I'm just gonna load into let's see. I know follow the green line is pretty. Well, let's go to the hub. And just see. Let's watch if this number drops. It's not really going down yet. I wonder if it's because I've played multiple experiences one after the other, if that's affecting it. Oh, connection error. But I wanted to go to the hub. Try it again. It's bound for ages, even has its own Discord server. Yeah, I would recommend that they do some stuff to optimize those images. I think that would make a huge difference. Okay, my RAM has not gone down, and I'm wondering if those images stay cached. But obviously this is running a lot smoother. We're about. It's not even so much that it is about 10 FPS faster than it was on average before, but it's that it's not jumping up and down. So the fact that it's at 36 or 38 FPS is not so much the issue as that it was jumping from like 12 FPS to 30 FPS to 12 FPS to 30 FPS. That was causing a lot of visual it's like getting hit with a strobe light almost. Let me try exiting entirely. And let's try loading up that photo one again and see how it works. I'm running the game at 1080 by 1920. Like I said, it is a 4K screen, but I when I stream, I'm not streaming to 4K because actually Twitch just gave me a notification that they are trying 2K streaming, and to sign up for early access to that. Let's try Photo District again. Alpha Season 5 hub needs to have all the Alpha Season 5 stuff taken out of it. Yeah, I'm not sure how soon that's going to change. I can see why that would be confusing to players if they missed Alpha Season 5 and be like, what are they talking about? Arthur tweeted about Alpha Season 6. He did. Let me see if I can find that. Okay. So we just loaded and we can see the RAM cranking up. It's like in its frozen state. It is actively downloading all of the photos. Look, our network connection was downloading at 5 megabytes per second, 36 megabytes per second, 74 megabytes per second, 27. It's stopping and going because it's downloading each image. It's downloading another image, and then it's 22.9. So yeah, this experience, all that RAM was this experience. We're at 23 gigabytes, and yeah, there it is. There's the frame hitching. So now let's load the hub and see what the difference is there. I have a 3070. I run in 2K on Ultra. FPS starts at 60 and then drops to 40 gradually. On the hub or just in general? It really depends on the game that I'm playing. It really depends on what's going on in that game. Sometimes I play games that run at 60. Sometimes I play games that run at 40. This is going to launch Carerail Co., but I don't want to launch Carerail Co. I didn't mean to do it. Get out of here. Quit it. All right. We're just going to launch the alpha client. I think that'll send us right to the hub because I want to see what that does RAM-wise. Dr. Mediverso got the link for what Arthur said. Okay, quickly, let's look at this. Yeah, 4 gigabytes. So 4 gigabytes is still a little bit on the high side. But that's probably mostly because it has all these videos. It's got all these video sources running. That's probably where a lot of that RAM usage is coming from. And 4 gigabytes is not insane. It's just when we see experiences that don't have a lot of images and don't have a lot of videos, they do tend to be under 3 gigabytes. And that's just what I've noticed as like an average, having tested hundreds and hundreds of experiences. And FPS wise, we're at 48, 49, 50. Yeah. So this is actually running better having totally quit the client, because all of those photos were staying cached in RAM. So that's actually something important to note. I'm gonna make note of that to the Game Maker devs, that the images are not clearing from RAM until you quit the client entirely. And that could mean that over the course of playing multiple games, you're accumulating more things in RAM that are going to lower performance overall. So, interesting. So Arthur said, "Good morning. On my way to NFC Summit. Meet me at the Sandbox Game for exclusive updates, rewards, demos, and gifts. NFC Collectors Alpha Season 6. AS6 SandFam Sand with Borges Sebastian." Interesting. I mean, I know what's going on, but I can't give any more beans than that. It's called Memory Leak. Yeah. I have a different association with the word memory leak, but it is kind of the same thing. I think it's the same thing happening. When I think of a memory leak, I think of like a trickle of where it just keeps on getting bigger and bigger because of, I guess, yeah, if you frame it a different way, it makes sense to me as a memory leak. With something that I experienced in VoxEdit, which I haven't noticed lately, but something they may have fixed it. What I noticed in VoxEdit is that if you go back and forth between the modeler and the animator while working on a single asset, so like you open up, you do some voxel modeling, and then you go back into the animator mode and move things around. The animator works with a mesh version of the voxel models, so the modeler meshalizes instead of voxelizes. It exports to a mesh basically every single time you go back to the animator. And what was happening is it was accumulating all of that in RAM, in VRAM actually, I think. Not in RAM, but I noticed my VRAM kept on getting full, and the performance would drop really, really low. I'd have low FPS, and then it would dump the VRAM after it got to a certain point, and it would just go, and it would all go away, and then all of a sudden VoxEdit ran smoothly again, and I was like, what is going on? And I just like stared at the task manager while going back and forth between the modeler and the animator. And so that was definitely a memory leak where it just kept on building that up over and over. So yeah, I guess I would call this a memory leak also, where the photos are not dumping from the RAM when you leave the experience. They're not dropping into a cache. They're not doing other things. They're just that's the other thing, that I don't think that they're cached, because when I loaded back into that experience, I could see the network jumping up to download those images each really fast, and then dropping down as it prepared to load to the next one. So each of those photos was re-downloading again. So I think it's just storing it all in RAM. It's not caching it, and it's yeah, just it could be done better. This is why we're in alpha. We're still figuring these things out. Making improvements. All right. What are we gonna play next? We still got 2 hours. 2 hours? 2 hours. Alpha for 4 years? That's not that abnormal. How long do you think GTA 6 has been in alpha for? The only thing is that we're doing the alpha is public. Pre-production on GTA 6 started in 2019. Alpha build was leaked in 2022. Is Sandbox really 13 years old? Yeah, not this version of it. It started as a mobile pixel art game. Actually, it's funny. I had played the Sandbox, the original one. That's Pixel's the Sandbox. It's actually older than that. I don't remember what year, but there was and we showed it on stream a long time ago. There's I think it's on Congregate. I think it's this. I don't know if I can get it to play. Here it is. Here's the Sandbox. This is the original Sandbox. So it runs really poorly on this because of the way flashes and stuff. But you could drop soil. It's so slow. Oh my gosh. You drop water. So it says by Oni Matrix. Oni is the guy who programs VoxEdit. He's still here. This is before Seb and Arthur with the Sandbox. I guess we got to put sand down, right? Gotta have sand. See that's that little dot there? I don't know if you can see it. That's steam. That's the water evaporating. So we dropped water and now it's evaporating. You got to put down a lot of water. And we can burn wood. Put some lava down. Oh wait, I think I clicked ash instead of lava. No? Maybe it's the lava's cooling down too quickly. We're just burning the wood right now. Yeah, so Oni made this. I don't know if it was originally posted to Congregate or somewhere else. This version on Congregate was published on February 1st, 2011. I was still in college. That was my last year of college. Wikipedia article needs to be updated. So the version on that they mentioned on Wikipedia is referring to the mobile game. So this this is where it started, but this wasn't a company, this wasn't a monetized game or anything. This was like a toy that Oni made. People would just set up these little physics simulations for fun. You can see that it's got Whoa. 3.5 million gameplays. 37,000 ratings at 4.2 stars out of 5. It's pretty good. It is old. And it's not because I'm streaming. It runs it runs this poorly, like no matter what for me. I think it's just because it's like a Flash emulation or something. I feel like this was Macromedia Shockwave before. I could talk to Oni and ask like how it was made originally. I wonder if he still has the source code. So yeah, and then the Sandbox, the mobile game was released I think about 13 years ago. And then there's the Sandbox Evolution, which came a few years after that. I don't think I had ever played the Sandbox Evolution. I played the original one on iPhone. I think technically it was on an iPod Touch, first gen iPod Touch in like 2012, or no, it would have been 2012. It would have been 2013 or 2014, I think. Garfield Survival of the Fattest. I've never played the other Pixel games. I know they did games for Smurfs, Garfield. Did they do Peanuts? Or was that Animoca Brands did Peanuts? I don't remember. Somebody did a Peanuts game, like Charlie Brown. I haven't. Oh, the Addams Family. Pixel did the Addams Family too. I'm not sure how many of those are still in development, if any of them. So yeah, but this version of the Sandbox, this started like 2018, 2019. There was no game maker or game client yet. It started with like just the concept. So when I joined the artist team and we started making art assets, it was just making voxel art in Magic of Voxel, even before VoxEdit. There wasn't a VoxEdit yet, so we were making stuff in Magic of Voxel. We had no idea what scale we were making. We were just making art, and we knew that it would eventually be on a marketplace. And I want to say it was early 2020. Well, early 2020 is when I started streaming, and we started streaming. The game client wasn't out yet. We were just messing around in the game maker. So it was sometime like mid 2019, I think, that I started seeing like the first versions of the game maker, and it was in Java, I believe. It looked even more like Minecraft. It didn't have like any behaviors or anything like that. It was just some very basic, simple tools. I think I have a video of it somewhere. Yeah, it's come a long, long way. All right, let's find another game. Let's see if I can find something on the map. Let's explore the map and see what's out there. I still haven't played any of the Neon Rush games, but I kind of want to play a UGC game, something somebody in the community built. Metal Mental House. Sure, let's try it. I have no idea what we're jumping into. We're just exploring the map. We are adventuring through the wild unknown right now. This actually reminds me of that other experience, that 2D platformer that was kind of like a Metroid-like. See if you can find the only 4x4 experience. I know what it is. It's yeah, no, I know which one it is, if it's the one I'm thinking of. Oh, this is the template Arctic space. Okay, we do not have the new movement mechanics. Let's see if there's anything going on in here. What did somebody do with this? Ooh, if I can get up here. I'm like hopping over. I can't talk. It looks like they may have just used the template and then added a character to it. I just heard a sword. Why did I hear a sword? Danger! Why am I hearing a sword? Who is that? Shanti should be the person who published the 4x4. I may also be able to do that, but it's you need to have a really old copy of an experience that you've not deleted from back when the Game Maker allowed you to do that. All right, I don't think there's anything else in here. It could have been worse, right? It's a very simple little space. I've seen people do more stuff with this space. It's like I said, it's a template, so you can add things to it if you want. I don't think there's a way I can get up over to the other side here. Unless... Oh, maybe I can. Yeah, what's up over this way? Why is that sword noise happening? Oh, maybe I can't. I can't climb up, so I can't make a jump higher than 2 meters. And this is a 2-meter jump. Maybe coyote jump. Nope. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. We can't get over there. All right. That was a failed journey, but let's see if I can find it. I don't know where on the map it is, but I know who would have published it. So let's see here. They've got I think they have a 24x24 estate, right? I should be able to see the logo pretty easily. Maybe it's only a 12x12. There's CyberKongs. Let's see. Can I filter by size? I don't think you could filter by size, can you? Let's see how quickly I can find it. Don't think so. Been looking for the past few minutes. My watch was right next to the microphone. Let's see here. I'm trying to remember the name of his team. It's I'm gonna feel. Is it Fact Bros? I could have sworn they had a big estate. Maybe they sold it. But I thought it had a nice big logo on it, and I'm not seeing it. Let's see if I go to his profile. I don't know if that's. I don't know if I got the username right. Maybe not. I have him on Twitter. So here we go. It is Sandion. I saw that and I was like maybe, but I didn't see the. I was looking for Fact Bros. So these are all 3x3s though. There's no 4x4. So maybe that's not his team. No, Shanti is Fact Bros. That's what I thought. Well, I found a video of it. Made about $42 from yard sale. About to blow half of it on food. Hell yeah. What you eating? This is what the 4x4 looks like. Maybe he doesn't have it published right now. We've been airborne for 3 minutes with no clue how to land. What? How do you I don't understand because you just fall, right? Oh, it's not the one you found. Oh, okay. Well, maybe he might not have it published to the map right now. So maybe you're because this is his estate, and I don't see it there. I can go to it actually doesn't say they have any experiences live. I don't know if he has an account other than that one. Maybe somebody else had a 4x4 from forever ago. Exclusible Private Islands. I remember that name, Exclusible. Part 2. When did they publish this? Last updated June 11th, 2024. Let's check it out. I've never been here before, so I'm curious. What else does Exclusible have? It's one of those names. It's like I recognize this name, but it's been a while. Were they an NFT platform, like Rarible? They did have a part 1 also. So there's two 4x4s. There's part 1 and part 2. Go visit all private islands on the map. There's 13 private islands. Interesting. Did they sell the $500,000 NFC? Was that all it was? I thought it was more than that. The yacht, the Mayflower. You know, oh, I probably I probably had to do some work with them on like the staff side of things. That might be why their name is so familiar to me. All right, we got an ad starting in about 2 minutes, give or take. We're just gonna keep running around. So I kind of like the look of these, but this is terrible for optimization. The way it's just kind of random. That's so many polygons. The thing is like we try to optimize polygons because it's a good thing to do, but you can actually kind of get away with a lot with bad optimization. Look at the way the light filters through. That's cool. All those little holes. It's not good for optimization, but it's not like the worst thing. It's far worse to have like too many NPCs roaming around, or as we saw in that other game, have too many photos loading in. Most modern GPUs, and this is assuming people have GPUs, can handle a lot of polygons. So if there's like millions and millions of polygons in your experience, it's like, it could be whatever. If all of those polygons start moving, if this was an animated asset, that would be even worse. And one of the big reasons to optimize for polygons would be for mobile. Like a mobile phone cannot handle as many polygons as a desktop GPU, typically, depending on what your devices are. What triggers the quest event? Like I'm on the island. Oh, I see an objective. I don't like that the windows don't have any like Like, I like that the doors have this. I don't like that the windows don't have that because I'm trying to walk through the windows. Ooh, hello. It's looking at me. You can tell that this was made quite a while ago. And ooh, this is like a mesh import. They probably grabbed this off of like a 3D platform. Like what's it called? Squid? Turbo Squid, that's what it is. Found a 3x2. You can still make a 3x2. Right? Yeah, I think you can make a 3x3 in the Game Maker. I'm pretty sure. I don't think we turned that off. One of the, besides performance, one of the main reasons to turn off 4x4 is that a lot of people had 3x3 estates, and not nearly as many people had bigger estates where they could do a 4x4. I miss not being able to clamber up the stuff. Oh, wow. The stuff is so far away, like, you can't even see it loading in. I know it's a 4x4. I know it's a big experience. Pandas. Look at these things. I know it's a huge experience, but because I can't see that far away, I'm like not getting the sense that I need to go over there. There's a lack of music and ambience. There's definitely people. You found it with a Google search for 4x4? Interesting. And they got 2 of them. It's a lot of work to set all this up. It's just a huge space. Does it say how many quests are on here? If you go to this. I think the idea, I don't know that they ever did it. The idea is that like they could rent the islands to people to like build their own stuff on, which isn't a terrible idea. Just the tools aren't really like set up for that yet, because you can't build what somebody else is building on. So like that's why I'm excited to do the community clubhouse. Oh, we're not actually swimming. I'm excited to do the community clubhouse because of what we're doing with it, having multiple builders on there. Like they do have to work one at a time really to do it effectively, but we have that plan in place for how we're gonna do it. Let me through. Let me through. I don't know what was blocking me there. Can you give edit rights to experience to multiple people? So no, not exactly. You can make an account that could be shared by multiple people. Of course, you would want to make sure that you can trust them and like that they're not going to mess up what you're doing. And you know, change the password on you, lock you out, stuff like that. Like you need to be careful with that. What we're doing for the community clubhouse is we're actually transferring the experience to the other builder, which is very easy to do from the dashboard. You can just, you would click on the experience on the dashboard, and there's a little transfer button. I can show you. We go to experiences, and I can click this little 3-dot menu, transfer experience, and I can send it to another account. From the Game Maker, you can duplicate it. So that's what we're doing with the community clubhouse is we duplicate a backup. So that way we'll always have the previous version. Just in case, you know, somebody that we send it to could decide that they don't want to do it and then leave the sandbox entirely and never respond to our messages, and then the experience is stuck in their account, right? Or something terrible could happen. I mean, wait, how can we swim here? Oh, because they didn't put water. They didn't fill up the water underneath. They didn't. They didn't know about the special way to fill in the water. That's why I wasn't swimming before. It's like I could have sworn that I was swimming earlier. Um, what was I saying? So, something terrible could happen. Somebody could be in a car accident and be in a coma, and then the I hope that never happens, but like then what would we do? The experience is stuck in their account. Theoretically, we could get the admin to go back end and I with my admin access, I can't do this. We would need a backend dev to actually go into the database and like move the experience to the other account, which is not something that we would normally do. Um, they have better things to be doing than that, and it's always you don't want to be you don't want to abuse your power over the ecosystem backend to like force things to happen unless you're sure about certain things. Um, so that would not be an ideal situation. So we duplicate the experience to make sure that we always have the previous version of it, or actually it's going to be the live version of it. But we'll have lots and lots of backups because I would also like to be able to give the people who build out their space a copy of it for them to keep, because they could do something else with it. So, like, Vvox made her whole Toy Story section of the community clubhouse. Once we're done, after the 4, probably more like 6 month period is done, when she's not in there anymore, I don't want to delete it and have her not be there anymore. I mean, she's not going to be there anymore, but I don't want to delete it and have that be gone forever. The work that she put into it gone forever. I want to send a copy of that to her, so that way she could publish it to her own space if she wanted, or she could take it from the quadrant that she worked in and expand it to be a full thing. Whoa, hello, bouncing off stuff. So we want to be able to still have those things and bring them back. We may one of the things we could do with the community clubhouse theoretically is we could have people vote on what their most favorite version of the community clubhouse was of all time and bring it back, maybe with new features and updates and stuff. So that's why we're keeping duplicates of everything for security and for posterity, and then we just transfer a copy of it over to the newest builder so they can make their thing and then transfer it back to us and we can deploy it. Ooh, that's a cool boat. That's a lot of polygons on that boat, but it's very cool. Look at those sails. I hear family in the room with me. I don't know what they're doing. All right. I've found 8 out of the 13 islands. Oh, they're numbered. What's that? Oh, okay. Is Felicity with them? She's in the house. Oh, okay. But you just didn't want to be in the house with just Felicity. Oh, are we expected to lose power? Okay. I mean, it's not. Doesn't seem like it's very stormy right now. Okay. Well, I hope we don't lose power because I still need to stream for another hour and a half. All right. Where are these islands that I haven't? I'm not seeing the quest objectives, which is making it harder to find the islands. But I feel like, oh, there it is. I was feeling like I hadn't been to this one yet, or at least not gotten the objective. Hello. Why are my feet in the ground? What is going on? There you go. Yeah, I think it's impressive that they built out such a big space, but there's definitely a lot of like QA work needed on this one because there's so many like collision issues or like things popping through things. It's just not the way that I build stuff. Um, Dr. Metaverse says the account that holds the NFTs on the experience is the only one that will be allowed to publish it on the map. So having the assets on your main wallet is important. Yeah, that's a good point. Um, and kind of goes back to the thought of making duplicates of transferring. What's that? Huh? I'm not turning it on right now. I'm working. You can go play with Legos if you want. She's pouting at me because I'm not turning on the other computer right now. Whoa, hello. What was that? Um, so yeah, it is important to have the assets on the same account. Oh, this was the weird collision there. The This island is just a little cursed. um, what we're doing for that is we're not transferring the assets on the duplicate. Um, so it means that we don't lose those assets. And when builders send it to us, they do transfer the assets over to us. So we're able to publish it. So when we transfer, who did we vote on who the next one is? It was Pickaxe Master, right? Pickaxe Master is the next builder. So when we transfer it over to him, it's not going to have VVox's assets included in the transfer. So he'll see that they're there. He's just not going to be able to publish the experience. Now, if we wanted to like give that experience back, so like I said, when VVox's tenure is done, basically, and we want to transfer that space back to her, we don't have to include the other builder's space. It would be just VVox's section, and we would be able to transfer those assets back, I think. It would kind of be dependent on if the other builders had used some of VVox's assets in their section. But they probably won't be because that's not how we're using it, because we're transferring it to Pickaxe Master without transferring the assets. He technically could select them and duplicate them in his section, but they're not going to be visible in his library as things that he has access to. Plus, Pickaxe Master has a very different style from VVox. They're going to build a totally different sort of space. So I wouldn't expect him to be using any of their assets. So this guy's missing legs. He's got a rocket butt. Just him. Everybody else is normal. Oh, I guess the guys behind the bar, they have rocket butts too. Just the dealers. They're like robot dealers. So yeah, the whole sort of process is Panda and I made that top space using primarily basic free assets. We sent it to VVox. She added her stuff and then transferred over with all of the assets. And when we send it to Pickaxe Master, we're not going to send it. Whoa, what's going on? Why is it? What's happening? Is it mad because I'm falling into like a weird collision hole with the... What's going on? Why is this tree like this? It hates this palm tree for some reason. Let me out. What happened? That was so sudden. I was not expecting it to just blow up like that. It's like when you make a huge pile of TNT in Minecraft. Can I slash respawn? Is it gonna let me? Woo! Okay, we're free. I was able to teleport back to the main spawn. Okay. Note: if you go to this experience, do not jump into the palm trees. That was wild. Um. Whew. Okay. What was I saying? Okay, so we transferred to Pickaxe Master without any of the assets. They build their thing, and then they transfer it with any assets that they added back to us. And that way, the publishing account, the community clubhouse account, always has access to all the things it needs to publish, and we're not just giving away people's assets to other builders. Not that Vvox and Pickaxe Master, great people. I have no thoughts that they would do anything nefarious with if we accidentally sent them some of the other builders' assets. But just in general, it's just a good like practice for making sure that you don't have to like trust on other people doing the right thing, because you're just not vulnerable that way. Where are these last 4 spaces? That was what we just jumped off of. I need the map. Where's there we go. Now I can see we're heading towards the middle. Right? Or is that that's the middle probably. They're androids, says Romario Raven. Of the rocket butts. I don't know, they could be cyborgs instead of androids. They could have had their if you've worked a job where you've had to stand on your feet for so long, you might want your legs surgically replaced with a rocket. When I worked at Staples, they didn't let us sit on chairs. Yeah, I had to stand for 8 hours straight. Well, okay, technically I was supposed to take a lunch break, but I'm bad at taking breaks, so I just forget. I like get in the groove and just keep working. It was I enjoyed my job at Staples for the most part. It was fun because I was working in the copy center, and so you get to be kind of creative, figure out how to do people's projects the right way. Woo. This experience has some really crazy collision things going on. Whoop. Okay. But it was tiring to be standing on my feet for that long, and like by the end of my 8-hour shift, my whoa, I don't think I was supposed to get in here because I'm seeing the roots of the plants. I do like finding secret rooms, but I think this was an accident. How do I get out? I mean, I can teleport back to the spawn, but maybe I can. Then I'd have to get all the way back over here again. Let me out. Where did I fall through? Was it this floor? It was this floor right here. You think they're abandoned? I mean, sort of, more or less. I think probably the team that made them has just moved on to other things. Sometimes if something hasn't gone quite the way they wanted, then they might be waiting for the game maker to have features that they want in it, which is fair. There we go. I can at least see out. All right, I am in the middle of whichever space this is, so I'm gonna run back to it. It was this way. I think it was this way, right? would have been this one. I don't know. We'll know if it's right if I see a quest objective. Tennis court? Was it this one? It was this one, right? And I just happened to like jump into the house. We can test. Aha! It's a trap. You gotta. There's no collision here. You gotta not fall in. There we go. We got the quest marker.
Is it trying to make you not get to it? So that way it's like get to it.
There was so much money in 2021. Yeah, I remember. I was there. Panda and I were talking about what our like portfolios looked like back then. And I get stuck on the grass. Let me go. Let me go. Let me out of here. Let me be free. Oh, it just launched me. Yeah, so there was a lot of money flowing around in 2021. I mean, things were crazy back then. There's people ask like when sand is going to be, $1 again, stuff like that, and I don't. There's not financial advice. There's no real answer to that because you can't know. You can't know what the market is going to do. All of the market blew up in 2020 and 2021. Like it all just shot up so fast, and none of us were expecting that to happen. If you looked at like what the tokenomics were for sand back then, like what the price projections and things like that, the like $1 would have been like best case scenario, and it went up to $8, and it's like we just were like looking like, what is happening? What? I think Facebook changing their name to Meta and like all the like Metaverse stuff that happened with that had a huge impact. Did I get all the quest markers? I think I got everything. That was the last one, right? The quest isn't there anymore. We beat it. We beat the game. So yeah, I mean, it just everything went up so fast, so quickly, and I don't think. What is this? What is this? Maybe it's supposed to be like crystals or something. The product of the sandbox like wasn't there yet, like to build the things that we wanted to do. And we've been getting there. Like the features that have been coming out for the past year, I've been so pumped about all the new things that we've added in the past year with the sort of multiplayer interactions we have, and the leaderboards, and the rule system. Just so many cool new things happening, and I'm really hyped for the 0.12 update because if you've been looking at the Trello that has the roadmap for it, like we're looking at saving progress in multiplayer games. I'm trying to be careful not to say too much because I think there's things that I know about in there that are not on that list, so I don't want to say something out of turn, but there's just so many cool things happening in the 0.12 update. And we've already got plans for the rest of the year. So like the tools are starting to get to where we need them to be to do the things that we wanted to do. But a lot of people like spent all of their energy back in 2021. They spent their funding and their energy way back then. And so it's a challenge. And if people invested in sand and land and stuff back then, they might not. There's the possibility that they might not see that number go back up to that again. I would love for sand to keep on going up and up and up, and it still could. This is where it's we don't have a crystal ball for what the market is going to do. But I don't know what changes we're going to see to the market that could enable $8 again, or $10 or $20, right? This experience needs a jetpack, absolutely. I wish Shanti's experience was open because his has a jetpack. So yeah, he built this a while ago, and then when the jetpack came out, I think he messaged me. He was like, "Look at this, look at this." I'm like, "Oh." Being able to fly around this space is so cool. I just wish you could set a time limit on the jetpack, like to extend it. I wish you could be like, "Oh, we have infinite power for the jetpack." Giant chicken. Yeah. Let's see. We got an hour left. What are we going to jump into? I'm not going to go to the other one of this. Let's see what's on the map here. There's a bunch of experiences over here. What do we got? Survive this. We already played some by the Internex. Battleship Passage by Green 23. Mochaverse Game Jam Mocha Tower. Let's try out the Mocha Tower. See what this is about. Oh, my green screen's getting all weird. Is it because Maggie's there? No, I don't think it's your fault. Which direction is that? It's over on that side. How long has it been doing that? I wasn't looking. Oh, we got the Star Wars music. Game Jam Jurassic Race. Is that the one where you look like you're riding a motorcycle, but it's a dinosaur? We played that one on stream. We played that for the Game Jam award show. Wish you could save yourself from fall by using the jetpack. Absolutely, I do wish that. There is little beans for 0.12. There is a thing that I think will do what you want it to do for 0.12 with that. It's not as cool as saving yourself from a fall with a jetpack, which I agree, I do wish I could do. But there's another thing there. All right, let's see what this is. 1, 2. Do we have abilities? What's up? Yes, Logitech. My mouse is also. No. I got this keyboard for free. Can't beat that. All right. What's going on with these things? We got number 1, jump down through the platforms. Mocha triple 100 points. Mocha Siu 300 points. Mocha Uno 50 points. Collect Mocha artifacts for points. I don't know. Are they different things? It looks like there's... Oh, wait. There's a single Mocha, and then a triple Mocha, and then maybe the blue things are the extra points. Be careful of Mocha hands. Press buttons to kill off other opponents who are in a different altitude. Fire kills in a lower altitude, lightning kills in a higher altitude. That makes sense. Welcome, brave soul, to the Mocha Tower, a place of endless challenges and treasures untold. Here your agility, wit, and courage will be tested like never before. Are you ready to leap into the unknown? Rule is simple. Collect 5,000 points and buy the tower before others do. Become the champion of this tower by buying the tower ownership from Shopmaster. Okay. Talk to tower guard to jump into the tower. If you want some more details, look left. Okay. You can use your points to buy things, or do you have 5,000 points to clean the tower? We have no points. 0 points. Are you ready to enter the tower? Yes. Climb up. Oh. It just starts, it goes up fast. How am I supposed to press that button? Wait, was I supposed to be on this platform? Did I fall off accidentally? Like, oh, there's more. What am I doing? I'm not playing the game the way I'm supposed to. I'm supposed to get these things. I was just like, climb the platform, jump up as fast as possible. Is this supposed to be multiplayer? It's a single player game. Because there's no opponents to get rid of. I think it's supposed to be multiplayer. I do like the idea of it being like the falling, but it keeps on rising up. Because I really liked A Reckless Disregard for Gravity. It's been one of my favorite games that from when I first started playing PC games a lot. And ooh, I don't know if we're supposed to. Do we die if we go all the way to the top? I wonder what happens. Mocha Stone, Mocha Fever. What does that mean? Oh, we can keep going up, I think. Oh, no, it did kill us. Fear not, it's a temporary setback. Learn from your fall, rise again, embrace the challenge that awaits. Fever time. What are we supposed to do for fever time? Is it just like collecting points? Oh no, it's killing me. Ah. Don't touch the bottom, apparently. What was I saying? What killed me that time? Where'd the platforms go? There's no more platforms. I think that's what killed me. I was just standing on the floor. I think it bugged out. Oh, you know, I think what got me was the Mocha hands. They shoot up. All right. I think this one might be a little bit broken. Also, it would be more fun in multiplayer if I could actually go against people. I broke it. Yeah. You could play Chupa Chups, Smurfs, Care Bears, or Teletubbies next time if you have time. Well, I could do. You mean the Chupa Chups hub? Because I have played that before. Did we? I think we did it on. Yeah, no, I did on stream because Lucas was with me. Maggie's saying Smurfs. I'm okay skipping Teletubbies. I love Smobbler. I love the work that they do, but I got caught in like an age rift where like Teletubbies was for babies. Like I was too old for Teletubbies when it came out, and I wasn't so old that like it's like, oh, it's a cute thing for little kids. It's like just not my thing. Where is Smurfs? Is it not in the main hub? You saw a big picture of Smurfs? Where? Down? Oh, I don't think it's any games here though. There's this isn't published right now. That's not live. Jazzwolf, what's the current Smurfs thing? I guess we can look on the experience page. We've played Gargamel's Castle. I've never played Alchemist Chaos. We've played Gargamel's Castle on stream before, but I've not played this one. Smurfs. What? Error converting value double jump glide to type sandbox engine. What? That's a new error. We'll try that again. It might not be compatible with the current version. Usually the games are pretty much backwards compatible, but every once in a while there's something that does not work. Nope. Okay. Can't play that one. But there's another one that I know should work. It says, "What's new? Are you proud to have escaped Gargamel's castle? Then we dare you to smurf back, because now you can fly through the premises." Oh yeah, let's do this, because flight was not available when what I got hyped up. Jazzwolf, what are you doing to me? I got hyped up. It's got the fly ability, which it didn't have before. But why is it not loading? It's not even me who broke the game. It's Jazzwolf who broke the game this time. Sorry, I don't have that. But maybe we can find something from the Smurf Game Jam. When was the Smurf Game Jam? That was forever ago. There was a Smurf Game Jam, right? I'm pretty sure there was a Smurf Game Jam. Romario Raven says, "Bad Jazzwolf." Let's see. I can look up if we did a Smurf Game Jam. It would have been a long time ago. Smurf Game Jam. When did this happen? This is so for a frame of reference. The council has done 1,841 jobs. And sometimes that's each individual game test. Sometimes it's retests. Sometimes it's multiple games being tested. So, that's the 1,800 is not an exact number of games that we've tested. It's more complicated than that. It also includes game jams. A game jam counts as one order, and usually there's like 50 games in that. So the number is actually probably higher than 2,000 at this point, for experiences that the council team has looked at. But Smurf's Game Jam was order number 55. It was way back there. I don't think there was a newer one than that, was there? Yeah. That was very early on in the council. I don't know if any of these are live. So I'm gonna search for some names and we're gonna see if any of these bring up anything. So there was Plurfles by Vvox. Nope. The Pirate Crab. Nope, that's not either of those. Run Smurf Run is probably, if only one thing is coming up for Smurf, then it's probably not one of those. Run Smurf 1, I think, was the first place winner. Third place winner. Azrael. Nope. Tree Village. Nope. Mushroom Cake. Nope. Lost Colors. Nope. Lost Sun was fun though. If that's the one I remember, I was enjoying that one. I don't think we ever figured it out. I don't think we figured out the mystery in that one, but it was cool. Honey, I Shrunk the Smurfs. Nope. Noodle Bay. Nope. Training Camp. Nope. I don't think there's any Smurfs games live right now, although we could check out my experience that I made that has some Smurfs in it. We can do a quest for Papa Smurf. Okay. We've met approval. Smurfs event goes live in a few days. Well, I hope those experiences launch for that event, because they're not launching for me. I have a feeling I know why one of them isn't working. The other one, I'm not sure. They might be in the Game Maker, but not published to the map, possibly. Very first game jam I remember is the glitch one. I think Blaze Games won it. Was that the police one with the giant police officer? And you're like running around an island? That one was fun. Smurfs. It's not me. It's but he's a wizard. There's a whole bunch of wizards. Maggie does not know the Wizzy lore. No, it's okay. It's not a bad thing. This is me. I can do I have any Smurf? I do have some Smurf outfit stuff. Let's see. Well, these blue shoes are kind of Smurftastic, but the Smurf shoes are white though. Actually, I might have Smurf shoes. I know I've got the Smurf backpack somewhere. Oh, we have some mushroom goggles. Where is my Smurf stuff? Where the Smurf are these Smurf outfits? Oh, there we go. Smurf hat. I could have rabbit feet. Smurf backpack. Is that all the Smurf stuff I have? Just those? That might be it. Oh, but I've got the Snuggle Sloth. Is that better than the Smurf backpack? Yeah. But I'll still wear the Smurf hat. Oh, I'm sleeping. Huge Smurf clown shoes. You should have those big blue Smurf shoes. I didn't see them. Although I was looking for white shoes, so maybe that's why I missed them. Let's see. Were they from the tutorial level? Because I think that's how I got the Smurf hat. Hmm? Yeah, I was responding to the messages. Rosie's mum says hi.
I saw it. That's why I told
Oh, you were reading it?
Yeah, I saw
Maggie read it off the screen. I didn't realize you were still watching Abrasive Truth. Um, I don't think I have the Smurf shoes. I don't see them. All right. So, the point of this space was to take something that was a template and oh, some of my images are not loading. See, it happens to all of us, Lily. These all should be displaying something. You can see them if you interact with them. Maybe. Maybe not. I did have artwork in all of them. But yeah, I guess we need to figure out why those aren't loading. It was an issue that I felt was fixed because I wasn't seeing too many blank images before, but it's been a bigger issue now lately. But the whole point of making this experience was to show like how quickly you can make something, and of course I went overcomplicated and like just kind of went a little crazy making stuff in this and making too many quest mechanics. But really, landowners can publish something from a template pretty quickly. You know, throw some artwork in there if they want. Yes, there's a Smurf. And they can make it so that way their land isn't just sitting there empty and without anything published. I have Smurf slippers in my wallet now. What? I don't know if they're going to show up in here. I think I would have to reload. But you're welcome to join me in this experience if you want. I put the link in the chat. Alpha Season 5? Okay, so I did not have enough time to play as much of Alpha Season 5 as I wanted to, so I missed a lot of the Alpha Season 5 equipment. Let's see if those slippers appeared. Rosie's mom said hi to you. Who? You know who Rosie's mom is. Oh, this one. That's just her username. But we don't dox our friends. I'll explain it to you later. Where's my hat? I gotta find my hat again. I scrolled down too far. I missed it. It was before the backpack, right? There it is. Got it. Okay. Romario Raven asks, what's the benefit of having a playable experience on the land versus having an empty land? Well, you can passively earn from having an experience on your land without doing anything. It might only be a couple sand, but it is possible. I earned, I want to say like 10 or 15 sand from this experience being live during Builders Challenge 3, and I did nothing to promote going on this experience. I pretty heavily promoted the hat collector game that we played on stream yesterday, which is from the council account. And so that was a separate income. And when I looked at the claims on my personal account, I went, oh, I have sand to claim. And it was from Builders Challenge. And like I said, I did nothing to promote this experience. So just having something there could possibly earn you sand and other stuff during an event. It also means that the map is more filled out. There's just more things for people to explore. So I would say if you're a landowner, try to get stuff out on your land. It serves you no benefit to have it be empty. So put stuff out there. And then, you know, take the time that you need to build out something interesting, something with lore, something with the community, you know, whatever else you want to do with it to fill it out. All right, let's talk to this Smurf. Maggie's chomping at the bit here. Papa Smurf has a quest for us. Hey there, Kamisazi. Can you get me a Smurf berry, please? You mean one from the crate full of berries behind you? I need 100 Smurf berries for my potion, but I only have 99. If this is too much of a task for you... Oh, no, I can help. Okay, good. You can get a nice plump one from the bush under the tree over there. Okay, I'm on it. Your account is the worst scenario for testing because you have so many NFTs. Yeah, it's there we go. There they are. Thank you, Lily. Do you want me to send them back, or is this just for the moment? I like that they turn and look around. Oh, they jump even. They wear the 3D glasses. Smurfs is near and dear to my heart as a partner because it was one of my very first assignments to make partnership artwork for them. So while the newer stuff for Smurfs I had no involvement in, these initial Smurf characters are the designs that I made when pitching to them, and that's how we got them working with us. Don't send them back. I have some myself. Okay, well, thank you, Lily. That's very nice of you. Explorer Girl says, Papa Smurf said if I help with the garden, I can go to the rooftop dance party. That's what we're doing this for. From there. All right. So we need to go to the Smurfberry bush. This Smurfberry bush looks like it could use some water. Okay, there's no berries on it. Where do you think I'm gonna get water from? A water bucket?
Yeah, there's a water bucket upstairs.
Right there. Water bucket. Should we just grab it? Oi! It's a Senior Espinoso. We stole his water bucket. We filled it up with water. And now... Uh-oh. I think it broke. Well, it's supposed to grow berries. And I don't see berries growing. He's, yeah, well, I mean, kind of, but he's not from Mario. I think my game's broken! I need to go fix it. That was back in July 2021. What was? Oh, the Blaze games. Glitch in the Metaverse, Blaze Games won with their game called Respawn. I'm not remembering what that was off the top of my head, but I'm sure I saw it. Why is the Smurfberry bush not working? What changed? We broke my game. I don't know. Maybe we were supposed to talk to him first. Buzz off. This is my siesta time.
No. Siesta means relaxing.
The bush is supposed to grow berries that we pick. I guess we're fixing a game. Y'all want to jump into the Game Maker real quick and see what's wrong with this one? Because we can't get to the party. Actually, I lied. There is a secret way to get to the party because of single-player, multiplayer restrictions. We do have to let the portal still work. It's just that nobody knows where it is until you complete the quest.
So you need to complete the quest.
No, we just need to interact with this.
Maybe you did have bears, but you just couldn't see them.
No, it's just something broke. I need to fix it.
Wait, when did
I got to the party anyway. Actually, like, a bunch of the stuff isn't working. The Smurfs are supposed to have a little conversation. Which dance am I supposed to do? This one. Cherry Fit. And now I've got a galaxy trail. Like my bubble maker. Did that for Care Bears. Alright. Gonna teleport back. There's a video link for the trailer. Okay, cool. We'll check that in a second. So the wizard has a different quest. So my idea here was like the base of this place is a template experience. I cleared out the main. Originally, it was just the main floor. You couldn't go to the roof, so I added in the stairs. I cleared out what was in this space and made it a gallery. I put in all these images, which some of them are not loading for whatever reason. But I wanted to give a reason for players to engage with it, so we put in some quests, which obviously is not working at the moment. But Wizzy the Green also has a quest for us. Gather the 9 missing raccoons. So we got Bandit Hunt. We have a red herring one here, where we try to get this raccoon, and they say, "Not me, you fool, I'm just a visitor." But we've got a end of year raccoon there. We've got the birthday party raccoon here. We've got
Christmas one.
Secret Santa raccoon.
Christmas one.
Yes, for Christmas. We've got Night Raccoon. And as all of them are caught, they appear.
Oh, there's a Halloween one.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see.
I don't remember picking up the Halloween one.
I know, maybe it was next to one of them.
We got a birthday raccoon.
Another one?
Yep. Yeah, because they were for like anniversaries of the team. The raccoons were for the artist team. There's one up here. There's a Cell X Leader raccoon. Where are the rest of them? Was there one in the water? No, there was not one in the water. We got the ones from the flowers. I'm missing 2. Oh, here we go. Hiding in the celery. The battle raccoon. And I think it's over here. Yeah. Valentine's raccoon. Love raccoon. And now that they are all assembled, how's it going? Did you find all the raccoons yet? I think I found them all. It is unkind to lie. Wait, what? What? Because the Halloween one. I thought I hadn't picked up the Halloween one. How did it get over there? Okay, multiple things are broken about this game right now, and I don't know why the Halloween raccoon...
Maybe because he picked it up. He picked it up to make us lie, probably. He probably picked it up to make
Yeah, but I made this game. It shouldn't be doing that.
Maybe
okay, well, everything's broken. Oh, well. All right. We're gonna jump out of there. Jazzwolf says, what's your favorite avatar reward? Oh, gosh. There's been a lot of them. Are they all listed in one place? Because I've got so many things collected that it's hard for me to remember which ones specifically were avatar rewards versus other things. Tell the powers that be to reopen the Paris Hilton experience for the day when Panda does her meetup. I can try. What?
the sloth can go into the tree.
Well, so you get 2. There's one that you can wear, the Snuggle Sloth, and then the Dozing Sloth is one you can put in a game that you make. As far as avatar rewards, we do have an ad break starting in a few seconds. I'm gonna go scrolling through these avatar rewards and see if I can find. Hmm? Yes. There's ad breaks. This is a real stream. There's like 100 people watching right now. Sometimes my kids don't realize what I do for work. No, they cannot see you right now. Mad Max Fury Road. Who killed the world? Alex did. Wait, is that? It's been a long time since I've watched Fury Road. Is that the answer to the question? Um, Gosh, there's been so many rewards related to like season stuff that I have a hard time remembering which is like a season event reward and what's actually part of the Avatar project. Um, and there's no real way to sort by rewards, is there? Hmm. If somebody can make a list of what all the Avatar rewards were or have been, then I think I could try to make a pick. But right now, I'm not able in my brain to separate out which things were specifically Avatar rewards versus other season event things. I remember the landowner rewards because I worked on a bunch of them. Those are a little bit easier for me to recall. All right, let's check out this trailer. Jazz Wolf. Spring Fairy outfit, butterfly, sloth, ducks, and disco outfit. I mean, from just that list, it would probably either be ducks or sloth. I have not seen Furiosa yet. I want to watch it. It's just been one of those things that I've not gotten around to yet. Only ones you can remember off the top of your head. I mean, like I feel like for certain, there's also been some rewards for certain avatars that you hold, right? Not just having avatars in general. Um, Whether it was part of like a special event. That's why it's hard to remember. There's just so many different things. The sloth is super adorable. You gotta love the sloth. I mean, it's so cute. It's so cute. All right, let's check out this trailer. Where'd it go? Glitch in the Metaverse winners. Oh, this is one where we had like a professional jury. This is way back when. This was early days of Game Jam. Um, we started doing less of these juried ones just because it was difficult to get. These are all people with jobs. Like they're busy people. It's difficult to get them to play, 50 to 100 games to do judging. Like it's a lot. Um, but let's see. Fourth place. Oh, Game Jam number 4 compilation video. Um, hey, there's me. Way back when. Is this the one where I think my power went out in this one? Actually, if I remember correctly. Um, um, I'm pretty sure that there was like a power outage like during this stream. I'm getting a flashback to this moment of just being in the call with these people and then all of a sudden everything turned off and I was like and I wasn't sure if we were able to get them all back in. So there's Respawn by Voxel Blaze, Sandbox, Youngto, and Slackland69. I remember, obviously, I remember Voxel Blaze. I remember Youngto. Sandbox sounds familiar, but it's similar to a lot of other names. Slackland69, I don't, that, that name's not bringing back any memories. Second place winner, Transylvania Fair. I remember this one too, by Ovidiu Tepes. I remember struggling to say that. And third place winner, Fungi's Kingdom by Touche. Was that the big hub? I guess we'll see. And then fourth through 10th place winners, Lucid, Coney Saint. Did we misspell his name? It's Cody Zine. I don't think his name changed. The Gateway by Patrick, Dorian by Cyber Dragon, Lil Squirrely's War, Sakura Sunrise, Wrong Way, Block Quest by Tom Briscoe. I remember that name. This is so long ago now. Let's check out the video. Oh wait, this was the compilation. We want the full thing. Full trailer. Oh yes, I do remember this one. It had like the vending machine that would spit stuff out. The missing nose. I do remember this. I don't know if we were able to play through all of it though. I feel like we got stuck at a certain point. I remember the egg stuff towards the end. Maybe it wasn't that we weren't able to beat it, but maybe there was just some stuff that I felt like there was something more that we weren't able to do. Did we play it on stream? I want to make a vending machine for capsule toys like in Shinemu, but the catalyst would kill me to be giving away real NFTs. Oh. Need a way to spend sand in game without going to the web browser. Yeah, it's yeah. Some of the limitation on that I think has been like regulatory stuff about trying to get people to spend crypto like in the game client. I'm not entirely sure why we haven't done that yet, but there are sometimes rules that have to be considered. Um, okay, maybe my power didn't go out, or maybe. Because here are Joe and I playing it.
Detailed the world is, how intricate everything is, and it just has a
hearing my voice from years ago. Gross. Turn down that volume. Look at those faces. We look exactly the same now. I just haven't shaved in a couple days. Joe looks totally different because he shaved everything off. He's got a naked baby face. I remember having to climb up on that palm tree, jump over. It's wild being able to go back through all this stuff with just like every single live stream that I ever did for the Sandbox basically is on YouTube. There are some where we weren't using Restream and that we were only on Twitch, so some of those might be lost, but basically all the old stuff was on Restream, so it's on both. I remember the basketball thing. It was we didn't have any official projectile system until the past year, so or year and a half, something like that. So it was always a little iffy whether or not you could actually get a projectile to work. Did I get myself stuck in here? I think I think I think this is where I broke the game. Hi.
To check on Maggie. Wait, what?
Oh, I guess I was able to get back out. Yeah, that's one of the difficulties, Readily Rose. Like we're dealing with real money. Like it's like oh like magical digital money, woo. But it has a real value, right? So it's not like Call of Duty points or whatever, where it's like oh yeah that disappeared. Like let's send that over there. It becomes a lot more complicated. Hmm. Go and get something. Oh, yeah, you can go back to the house and get dinner. I don't have any snack stuff for you.
What are your plans for dinner?
I'm still working right now, so none right now.
Okay.
I'm just getting invaded today constantly. Um, you're gonna have to wait till I'm done. I'm done in 10 minutes. Hmm. All right. Well, this is enough of a trip down memory lane. Thank you, Jazz Wolf. A little bit of nostalgia there. We got 10 minutes left, and we haven't done a giveaway form yet. Except I made one. I just didn't share it because I don't have a co-host and I forget things. So we got real quickly. You've got a giveaway form in the chat. Oh, that was the wrong. Sorry, it didn't copy the. I clicked copy and it didn't actually copy. There we go. Crazy how long ago that was. That was 4 years ago. Ah. All right, giveaway form is in the chat. It's for Wizzy the Orange's Singed Hat. Make sure you fill out all the details in there, and we will roll a giveaway on that. The form is open for 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. You might have, yeah, no, I think you would have been 4. I was trying to think of, it depends on when your birthday was compared to that actual stream. All right, I'm going to paste the link also in the Twitter chat. There you go. So Twitter, you've got a link there if you want to use it. And Twitch and YouTube, you already got the link. Oh no! Oh no! I didn't. Twitch did not get it because I sent it the wrong way. Now Twitch has it. Sorry about that. Restream has this kind of cool thing where you can select which platform you send a thing to. For whatever reason, you can't chat to Twitter, but you can send to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. But because I had replied to somebody specific on YouTube, the sending to Twitch was turned off. All right, so fill out that form. You got another 3 minutes. I see no responses yet. That means right now, whoever fills it out is definitely the one who's going to win. I wondered why we didn't get it. That'd actually be probably why there's no responses, is that Twitch didn't get the link till just now. So that is for Wizzy the Orange's Singed Hat. which is this one. Gives you 48 points of power, which means that you'll hit a little bit harder in games that use combat. So you want to amp up your punch a little bit. You could get a rare hat. That's actually just 2 points shy of the max power you could get on a rare hat. A difficult riddle. I forgot. I forgot what I put as the security question. You don't have to get the answer right, because honestly, I don't know what the right answer is. So Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, how many pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick if he picked a peck of pickled peppers? I think the answer would be a peck, technically. Mediverso Street Journal says we are still going strong. Hell yeah. We are still going strong. I mean, we're going to be shutting down in about 6 minutes. So I'm actually going to start looking at who we might be able to raid. So let's see who is online on Twitch right now. Anybody playing the Sandbox? Check there first. Looks like it's just us. Let's see, anybody in the Web3 category? Let's see, what game is this? I don't actually know what they're playing here. Not Jackie Chan put 11-7. All right, about 1 more minute for that giveaway form. Get your name in there. What's that? Has my screen? Yes, because that's me. Let's see. I'm surprised that nobody I'm following is online right now, except for one. But they're a really big streamer. I'd rather absolutely not. Never in a million years, Mediverso Street Journal. Never ever doing that. Don't worry about it. Okay, let's close out this giveaway form. We got 7 responses. Most of the other people watching already have the orange hat. So let's see. We're going to get a sheet. And out of those 7 responses, we're going to roll random number generator. What are you doing?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to roll 2 to 8, which will tell us which row of the spreadsheet it's on out of the 7. Number 8. was it. This goes to RVSTV. Is that a musical reference? RVS TV. Find what it means to me. RVS TV. So congratulations, you just won Wizzy the Orange's Singed Hat. I'll be sending that over to your wallet very shortly. And they were watching over on, what did it say? Oh, I didn't click the thing. Over on Twitch. All right. Well, thank you everybody for watching. I guess for lack of other streamers that I would be okay sending you to, I'm gonna send you over to Pirate Software. They're playing Dune Awakening. They're a really big one. I like rating smaller channels because it makes more sense. But Pirate Software is really smart, has a lot of good tips about game design, game development, and they're pretty funny too. So enjoy. I will see you over on the Sandbox stream on Wednesday, I believe, is my next stream. Panda might be doing one earlier, but I don't think I'm going to be on that one. So we'll see. All right. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you next time.